First of all, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Mark Ittleman. I'm a speech-language pathologist. I've had the pleasure and the privilege of helping people speak better for 40 years. I started out working for the school system for 2 years, and then I had a private practice for 20 years, and then I came to Texas and started working with people who had strokes and aphasia. As they said to me, Mark, if money was no object, what would your approach to therapy be with people who had a severe stroke? And I said, well, it would be very easy. It would, I'd probably come live with them for a year or two. And that's really almost what I did. Okay. Now, I'm a real simple kind of guy. I had learning problems when I was a kid. It took me probably a year or two to learn how to tie my shoes, because the caregivers and my mother and my brothers and sisters, they say, well, all you have to do is do this and this and this and this and this. That's all you have to do. And I got lost in the shuffle until one day I had a babysitter by the name of Mrs. Myers who said, Mark, this is what you do first. Take the 2 strings and cross them. And I said, well, I could do that. So I did that. I said, now Mark, you take this one, and you take this one, and you put this one around this one. You know, so she told me one step, very simple, one step at a time. And I learned how to tie my shoes in probably 5-10 minutes, when before that it had taken me a year or 2 years and I couldn't tie my shoes. It was because somebody just made it very simple. Simplicity. And you know something? I don't care what level of speech you have. Everybody here, okay? If we can approach speaking in a very simple way, then we get immediate improvement. It's what I call the best bang for the buck, okay? When I work with somebody, and I'm going to work with all of you today, okay? When I work with somebody, I listen to them speak, and I think about, what can I do to help change their speaking? What one little thing can I alter that will make a big difference in their speaking? And I just look for something very easy and very simple and just start working on that. Because I'm not a multitasker. Probably many of you caregivers are multitaskers, aren't you? You have to do many things at the same time. Okay? So I like to make things real simple. Real simple. And that's the reason why I think that I've gotten excellent results through the years with people who have speaking difficulties, because I just take things that are very simple, I make it very, very simple. Take an area that's simple that would make a profound difference in speaking clarity. And I'm going to do that with each of you today. Let me see if I can find something called my approach, the best bang for the buck approach. Okay? And you know, people like that. You know why? Because so many people who have strokes work with therapists, and they're frustrated a lot. And if you're frustrated, it means that the task that has been given to you is probably too difficult. It should be easy. Anything you work on with a therapist, I think, from the bottom of my clinical being, should be easy. Because that's how confidence is built, isn't it? Isn't that how confidence is built? If we show you how to do something and you can do it, that's confidence. And as you increase it, as the person is successful doing what you help them do, as they get successful, then their confidence builds. And as the confidence builds, you can give them more. And they'll be willing to do more difficult things. So let's get started, okay? Now, the first thing that I'd like to discuss with you today is something called rapport. And when we meet somebody, usually within the first 3 to 5 seconds, we've already decided whether we like them or not, don't we? Okay, so wherever you happen to be, wherever you happen to go, if the most important thing that I think is important if you are working in therapy with any therapist is rapport. If you like that person, if you like being with them, if you look forward to being with them, and they look forward to being with you, you know that, don't you, in the bottom of your heart? I believe that before any therapy is done, you've got to like the person you're working with. And hope that you feel that the therapist likes you. That is so critical. That, to me, is more important than almost the work. That you have a connection, that you have a friendship, that you have a mutual admiration for one another. So very, very important. So that's rapport. The second thing is stimulability. Now, Ruth, I'm going to ask you to do this. Now, she's got stimulability to raise her hand. Okay? I asked her to do something and she did it, just like that. That's called stimulability. So if I ask you to do anything and you immediately do it with me, then you have stimulability, and that's what we want in speech therapy. The more stimulability you have, the better the prognosis for improvement. So if I said to you, Doris, hello.
Hello.
Good. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you.
Okay. Does she have stimulability? Why? Yes. Yes. Very good. Okay. So if I give you a task and you can do it right off the bat, then you've got stimulability. And if you have stimulability, that to me is a big prognostic sign. Now, so you say, well, what do you mean prognostic sign, Mark? Well, I would say to you, if I show you something and you can immediately do it, then the chances of you succeeding in therapy will probably be good. Will, I don't know much about you yet, buddy. So I'm going to say to you, even though I don't know Will yet, I'm going to say, good morning. Good. Now, does Will have good stimulability?
Yes.
Why? Okay, right. Now, what did I just do? Who can tell me what I just did? And who can tell me how Will responded? Fairy, can you tell me? Okay, I'm going to do it again because you're new to this. You're real new. Okay, Will, I'm going to do that again. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good. Can you say that again?
Good morning.
Good.
Good.
Now, how was it that time?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was better. So what was the difference between the time when I stimulated him the first time and the time that I stimulated him the second time? What was the difference? There was a repetition. How did he respond the first time I said good morning? Yeah, he just said timid, and he only gave me a one-word response the first time. Very good. Very good observation, Fairy. Very good. Okay? The second time, I increased my loudness, and I said it a little slower because I knew that he only gave me one word the first time. And so I'm going to say to Will, I'm going to say something else to him right now, okay? And then I want you to tell me why I'm doing what I'm doing. Will, can you tell me good morning, Mark? Very good. And what happened that time?
A number of words.
A number of words. 3 words. Okay? So what I know about my friend Will over here is that he's capable of 3-word utterances right now. I'd probably have a conversation, I could have a conversation with him for the next hour and stimulate 3-word phrases and sentences with him. And we could talk about all kinds of cool stuff, like what you're interested in, what you like, what you're passionate about. And that's another part of therapy. If you work in therapy with anyone, hopefully what you're working on is stuff that you're passionate about, stuff you love to talk about. Okay? So, can I ask Will 1 or 2 more questions? Would that be all right? Well, now I'm going to ask him an open-ended question, because I want to know if he can formulate language by himself. Will, who is this lady over here? Your wife. Very good. And Will, could you say that a little bit louder, please? Who is this lady here? I want to get there. Now, in that time, I put him on the spot. I put a little stress under him, right? You know what happens when we get stressed? Ruth, you know, right? Remember when I asked you the definition of rapport a few minutes ago?
Right. Oh, yeah.
I put you on the spot, didn't I?
Oh, yeah.
I was uncomfortable, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay. Now, Will, can you tell me that she is my wife? Ready? Here we go. Shh. Good. Very good. Excellent. So he and I can have a conversation all about you. I can find out everything about you. Okay? I'm going to ask him one more question, and then I'm going to go to the next person. Is she nice? Can you tell me that she is nice?
Yes, she is nice.
Good. Okay. So we could have a conversation all about Fairy. We could talk about where he met her. We could talk about what month they were married in. We could talk about how many years they've been married. We could talk about how many kids they have. And that's what I would be doing. If he came to me for the first visit, I already know what we need to kind of work on with him. And we'd be talking all about his life, his love, his children, everything that's important to him. Now, you all like to talk about stuff that's important to you? Yeah. Okay. Doris, hello. And how are you?
Fine.
Okay. Can you say, I am fine? Okay, good. Can we say that again? Now watch me. I am fine.
I'm fine.
Good. Now we're going to do one other thing. Watch me. I am fine.
I am fine.
Good. All right. Good. Okay. So what happens with Doris is she has a tendency to kind of squeeze the words together, and they kind of come out a little indistinct. And one of the big things that we would work on would be her timing and saying the words in a certain way, in a certain speed. Okay? Who is he?
It's who is that? Is that?
Okay. Is he your husband?
Yeah. Is Winston.
Okay, now watch. Can you tell me he is my husband? Here we go. You ready? Here we go.
He is my Winston.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Is he nice? So here's my question. Look at me. Okay? Is he nice?
What?
Is he? Yes or no? No, no. I'm asking first. All I want to know, is he nice? Yes or no? Fine. So he is nice. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me he is nice?
He is wise.
Very good. Very good. Very good. I got another question for you. You think he's handsome? See, this is fun. This is the kind of therapy I like to do, okay? I like to crack people up.
Yeah.
I like to have fun with them and not make anything serious. Yet still get the job done. So here's my question. Yes or no? Is he handsome?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me that he is handsome?
He is wonderful.
Can you tell me again that he is handsome? Here we go. Ready? Here we go.
He is handsome.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Well, it's confirmed.
Okay.
The content of the ability to say.
Very good. Now, what my book is about, The Teaching of Talking, is about doing this with your loved one all day long in almost every activity that you're doing. Everything. It's not about sitting down with a bunch of papers from a notebook that you got in speech therapy. It's not about that. It's about interacting all day long. You know, from what do you want? You want a hamburger or a hot dog? Do you want a steak for dinner or do you want fried chicken? Do you want meatloaf or do you want salmon? Okay? I mean, it's constantly, the caregiver has to be stimulating speech all day long, and that's what I teach you how to do so that you are as good as I am at doing this. And somebody could say, I'm looking at Fairy over there. You know what Fairy's doing? She's going, she doesn't think it could be done. I've worked with people who don't even have a high school education who can stimulate speech and language as well as I can, because I trained them. And that's a must, okay? Because with people who have severe problems, they're not going to give you a bunch of therapy at these hospitals and clinics for forever. And we know that with healthcare coming down the pipe, you know, we were lucky this time when with the caps on Medicare. We were lucky. But we all know that this country cannot afford, okay, to be given blanket therapy for years and years and years and years and years. And first of all, I want to share something else with you, because we're gonna talk for a while, all of us, okay? And that is that where is speech first learned? You remember?
Did you say that again?
Where is speech learned?
Oh.
Where?
When you were, well, when you were a baby, yeah.
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 Okay. And who taught you how to speak?
Parents.
Your parents.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. There is no one else, and I want to say this to you, and I'm a speech pathologist, that there is no one that is going to help your loved one speak with any degree of clarity or consistency if you're not involved in it. And I make sure that I train every loved one, every caregiver to do therapy as well as I do. That's a must. If it doesn't happen, guess what? Who else is going to do it? Who else is going to care about your loved one as much as you? Because what I find is that when I sit down and talk with somebody and we just cut up and we just talk about lots of cool stuff, that they talk beautifully. First minute you get a little bit of pressure, ooh, then it gets more difficult. Okay, let's see. Eric, anything you want to say to the group? Now, I don't know yet if you're saying yes or if you're not saying no. Is there anything you'd like to say to the group? No. Okay, I'll come back to you. Okay? Because Eric, he's special. And he's going to need a lot of work, especially on his voice and getting it louder. So I'm going to talk to Bruno for a minute, okay? Bruno, what would you like to say to the group today?
I would say I'm glad that I get to talk to them.
So you're glad you can talk to them?
Yeah, I like to talk to them, right.
Is there anything you'd like to say to them?
Yeah, how are y'all today? I mean, how are y'all doing today?
Fine. How about you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to come back to Will over here for a minute, okay? Hi, Will. How are you? What'd you do for a living anyway? I don't know. Okay. Okay, so what's happening right now? Will is having a little bit of difficulty bringing up the words that he wants to say. So he has like a Broca's aphasia, what we call a Broca's aphasia. And to help Will, we have to feed him the words. Okay? So, what did Will do?
He's a dentist.
A dentist. Are you a dentist?
Yes.
Can you say, I am a dentist? Good. Are you a good dentist?
No.
Now wait a minute. I'm asking you a question. All right? I'm asking you a question. Are you good?
Yeah.
Can you tell me that you're good? Can you say, I am good?
I am good.
All right, good. Are you darn good?
Yes.
You are? See, I'm expanding him now, and I'm seeing what I can do. I'm seeing how many words I can get out of him. Can you say, I am darn good?
I am toward good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Let's give Will a hand. All right. Okay. So you see, you don't see, speech therapy doesn't have to be sitting in a room at a little table looking at a bunch of pictures. Okay? Doesn't have to be that way. It could be wherever you happen to be. Could be be in the bathroom, it could be in the bedroom, it could be in the kitchen, it could be in the car, it could be anywhere. Okay? Now this is what you have to learn, Fairy. And don't expect that a speech therapist is going to do this for him. Because they won't. They don't even know how to do this, many of them. Okay? This is what the therapy is right here. Okay? And what my book is about, and my whole approach to treating people, is teaching the spouse, the caregiver, to do the work. Because no matter how long it takes, therapy is never going to run out unless you run out. You see what I mean? Are you going to be running out anytime soon? No. Okay, so therapy can go on for as long as you want it to be. Okay, you see that? And what I want to teach people to do is that they can feel positive about learning how to stimulate speech. All right. Sister. Hello, sister.
Hello,
How are you doing today?
I am fine.
Very good. And where are you from?
So I come from Almeida. I live on Almeida and Holcomb.
And Almeida and Holcomb.
Yeah,
Oh. Are you a Texan?
yes, I am.
How long have you been a Texan?
All my life.
All my life. Good. Very
That's a
good.
long life.
Yes. Is there anything you would like to say to the group?
Hello, and where is Cassie?
She's in the other room.
You want to show her? Okay, good. I like you.
I like you too.
You are really wonderful.
I think you are a good person.
Can you tell me that again?
I think you are a good therapist.
Thank you. Good. Let's give Sister Delaretta a big hand. Very good. So the way to fix you, we've got to bring your pitch up. You're down in the gravel pit with your voice. Okay? What we have to do with her is bring her pitch up and just have her separate her words a little bit more, and we'll have your intelligibility up to over 90%. Oh, they would like you to sing one more time. Would that be all right? I will ask them if
they have time to listen.
Oh, sure they do. They would like to hear you sing that again because you sounded so great.
That's America. La. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies to the ocean. Like a gold, God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home.
Now, is that a voice?
That's a voice.
Okay.
A pretty voice.
And all we'd have to do is just teach her how to get back on it, and I'd have a conversation with her about being a sister and how she got started and what songs she likes, and we'd be talking about wonderful, wonderful, wonderful things, but I wouldn't let her get off that pitch, because if she steps off of that pitch 1 second, I'm in her face. On that, I would like to thank everybody for this. This was just wonderful to share this.